You wake up and start a new routine, working from the kitchen table, using less cooking oil for dinner, and checking the news to see if you should still buy gold for an upcoming wedding. These sudden shifts in domestic life follow a stalled negotiation over enriched uranium occurring thousands of miles away. In West Asia, the peace process between the United States and Iran collapsed on May 10th. Iran offered to transfer a portion of its enriched uranium stockpile to another country, but refused to dismantle its nuclear facilities. U.S. President Donald Trump rejected the proposal, ending the diplomatic path and leaving the two nations in a direct confrontation. Global energy markets reacted instantly to the failed talks, driving the price of crude oil to $105 a barrel. This spike in global energy costs translates directly into a personal economic threat for every citizen in India, as the government moves to protect the national treasury. India's economy is uniquely exposed to these shocks because it imports the vast majority of its crude oil. When global prices rise, the nation's energy security is immediately compromised. This diagram demonstrates the mechanics of foreign exchange. Because international oil is traded in US dollars, India must convert its rupees into USD to pay for every barrel it imports. At $105 a barrel, the cost of keeping the country running depletes the dollar reserves at a rate that threatens long-term stability. Foreign exchange functions as an inventory of physical currency held by the central bank. If this stockpile of dollars runs dry, the country loses its ability to conduct cross-border transactions. Protecting this shrinking reserve of dollars is the primary reason the Prime Minister has called for immediate, nationwide changes in resource consumption. Prime Minister Modi's strategy is to defend the economy by reducing the demand for foreign currency by any means necessary. He urged a return to work-from-home schedules, carpooling, and a heavier reliance on public transit to lower the daily consumption of imported fuel. The government is also pushing for a faster shift to electric vehicles, aiming to decouple the national transport sector from the global oil market entirely. The advisory also targets other major imports, specifically urging citizens to cancel non-urgent foreign travel and postpone gold purchases. This defense even extends to agriculture and the kitchen, with calls to reduce the use of chemical fertilizers and ration edible oils. This chart shows the items that drain the most dollars from the economy. Crude oil, gold, and fertilizers sit at the top of the list because India does not produce them at the scale required for domestic demand. Every drop of fuel saved or gram of gold delayed by a citizen keeps a dollar in the national reserve, acting as a collective shield against the West Asia crisis. While the economic logic of saving foreign exchange is clear, the political decision to ask citizens to bear the cost of a global conflict has sparked a fierce national debate. The opposition, led by Congress General Secretary K.C. Venugopal, has targeted the Prime Minister's remarks. Venugopal called the advisory shameless, arguing that the government is forcing common citizens into daily hardship instead of managing the crisis itself. The opposition's core argument is that the state failed to build energy contingencies during the 3 months leading up to the war, leaving the economy vulnerable. Despite the political friction, the reality of $105 oil remains the primary driver of these domestic disruptions. We are seeing an era where a diplomatic breakdown in a foreign capital can instantly rewrite local routines in cities like Hyderabad or Delhi. National self-reliance is now measured by how well a country can insulate its people